everybody, I'm Shannon of Fab Girl Fitness, and today we're going to go through a quiet workout. So there's going to be no jumping, so no impact, and as well we're not going to be using any equipment. So this is suitable for all levels and just a nice quiet space. If you've got somebody sleeping, a baby sleeping, a partner sleeping, or perhaps living in a flat and there's somebody below, this is a good one for you to do. Right, let's get started. Just going to start warming up, so I just want you to reach arm across the body, squeeze the glutes of that rear leg as you rotate to the side. And then we're going to start reaching arm overhead. Really reach those fingertips up, stretch the whole side of the body. And then we're going to do some little hip circles. So bringing a knee up, foot is flexed, so heels pressed out, open up that leg and bring it down. We're going to alternate sides. So when your one knee goes up, squeeze the glute of that standing leg. So your glute is your bottom there, so squeeze tight to support that standing leg to allow that other hip to open up. So this is a nice one to do if we've been sitting a lot. One more. And I just want you just to start walking on the spot. So it's just going to keep your heart rate up. So whenever I'm showing you an exercise, I want you to keep on moving. So I want you to start walking. So again, it's that low impact. So first move I'm going to show you, so you just keep walking. We're going to be doing a squat with a T. So legs are going to be wider than hip width apart. Toes can be out just a tiny bit, but not much at all. So we're going to squat down, reaching your hands towards the floor, back is flat. And then as you come up, reach your arms forward and open up the arms into a T. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, but you're keeping your ribs tucked in tight. So you squat down, breathe out into a T. Right, so you want to join me here. So squatting down, sticking the bum up behind you, breathe out, pull up through the inner thighs, pelvic floor, squeeze your shoulder blades, but keeping those shoulders down and the ribs tucked in. So we're really working the back of the body here. So our glutes, our back, all our postural muscles, and our core. So today we're going to be going through 4 exercises, 2 sets through. So it's a quickie, but we're going to be working the whole body. So very effective. 3 more. 1 more. Good, so now I want you to walk on the spot, use those arms to get the heart rate up a little bit. Show your next one. It's going to be a deadlift with a back row. So feet are hip width apart, feet are parallel. You're going to think about hinging forward at the hips. If you imagine that you're in front of a fence and you're hinging over that fence, you're going to come on down to this position here, lifting your tailbone up, make sure your back is flat, shoulders are rolled back and down. You're going to pull back, bring your hands towards your ribs, squeezing that mid back, keep squeezing the back, drive up, squeeze your glutes really tight, come back down, lift that tailbone up, arms come down. So squeeze, stand, bend, and rest. Okay? So start with me here. So roll those shoulders back and down, hinge forward at the hips, get a little bend in the knees if you need, lift your tailbone up, pull those arms back, squeeze your mid back, keep squeezing, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your back, hinge forward, arms down. So nice again, really focusing on the back of the body. This is where we tend to be a little bit weaker if we're sitting a lot in the day, or if we're new mums and we're doing a lot of sitting and feeding. We're really going to feel that weakness in the back of the body because there's a lot of leaning forward. So squeeze those back muscles, keeping it back flat when you hinge forward at the hips. Make sure you don't lock your knees at the top, keep them just off lock, so nice and soft. 2 more. Perfect, good. You get walking. Next one, side lunge with a high knee and a bicep curl. So you're going to step 1 foot out to the side, feet stay parallel. You're going to reach your opposite hand towards that foot, come back up, high knee into a bicep curl. So you don't have to do all of that. If you don't want, you could just do the side lunge, or you could do the side lunge bicep, or you can get the side lunge, high knee bicep, okay? So join me here. Let's go. So side lunge, high knee bicep. Make sure those feet are parallel in that side lunge. It's really tempting to point your toe outwards. We don't want you to do that right now. We want you to really focus on the inner outer thigh here. Shoulders are back, strong posture. So you're working that outer leg as you step out, and then you're working your standing leg when the other leg goes up to a high knee. 3 more on this side, then we're going to swap sides. So we're not using weight, so really think about those bicep muscles. Squeeze them tight. All right, other side. Straight into it, okay? So side lunge, step in, high knee, bicep. Side. You can step in and bicep, no high knee if you feel the balance is a little bit off. Choose which level is going to challenge you, but that you can also maintain your form and good technique here. That's the key. Get that fine line, it's a little balancing act here. You got to make sure you're feeling challenged to get stronger, but you're not putting yourself at any risk of any injuries. Because then there's big steps back. We don't want that. 3 more. Make sure those feet are parallel when you're stepping out. Shoulders are back when you're coming up here. Good, and then we're going to all together go straight down to the ground. We're going to do side planks together. So I'm going to show you your options. Fully modified is on knees, so they're both bent, lifting up through that elbow. Make sure your elbow's right below your shoulder. And we're going to do little hip lifts. The other option is you can straighten that top leg out. And that's the same, the 2 levels that we're going to stick with today, okay? So choose which level is going to challenge you, but you're going to feel supported and control of the movement. Squeeze your glutes, hips push forward, lengthen through that arm, hips down, lift up. Keep squeezing your glutes, pushing those hips forward a little bit. That's going to really protect your lower back and isolate the obliques, so the whole side of the body. If you feel a lot of pressure in your shoulder, put your other hand on that forearm. Just put a little bit of pressure. That's going to help take some of the stress off the shoulder. So you should really feel the whole side of the body working hard here. 4 more. Good, other side. Right, get yourself in a position. So you can always start with the fully modified and then progress, see how you're feeling. So make sure you're squeezing your glutes, hips are forward, elbows right below the shoulder. It's very common to have it too far out. Hips down, hips up. And again, put your hands on that forearm if you need that extra bit of support for the shoulder. Keep squeezing the glutes. You'll feel a big difference if you relax your glutes. Do a couple, see how it feels, and then squeeze it. And you're going to feel so much more stable and in control of that movement. Therefore, it's much more effective. That's what we want. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. A little rest. Grab some water. And we're going to go through everything again, okay? So we want to keep things moving fast to get that little bit of cardio element to this. And to get as much done as we can in a short amount of time, because that's, most of us are a bit time poor, aren't we? So we've got to make the most of the time that we've got. Right, so let's get straight into it. So we've got the squats and tees. So join me here. So legs are wide, arms are going down. Make sure that back is flat. Tap the floor if you can reach it. Arms up. Breathe out. Squeeze the mid back. Keep those ribs tucked in tight. Down and up. Make sure you're not locking your knees. You're pulling in through the inner thighs, outer thighs, and the glutes. You don't have to touch the floor. Only go as far as you can go without your shoulders rolling forward, okay? So keep your eyes looking forward, not looking down, not looking too high up. Keep them forward. Second round's gonna be a little bit harder because our heart rate's gonna be higher, but we know what we're doing this round, so that makes it a little bit easier for the mind to connect to the movement. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. Good. Straighten to those deadlifts with that back row. So feet are parallel, hinging forward at the hips, so tailbone is lifted, shoulders are back and down. Breathe out, squeeze the back, come up, squeeze your glutes without thrusting forward. Keep that control. Come down, straighten. Squeeze, stand and squeeze, hinge and down. Keep those knees off lock. If you're really struggling when you're going down, you're really rolling forward in the shoulders, just bend the knees a little bit more and lift your hip up. So lift that tailbone up to get that flat back. That's really important with these. Otherwise, you're putting a lot of strain on your lower back, which we do not need. So really keeping heavy in the heels, but the whole foot is grounded. So you're using your whole foot for stability, but you're focusing on the driving through the heels to get the glutes activated. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. All right, side lunge, high knee bicep curl. Let's start. So stepping out wide, feet stay parallel, bending that outside leg, coming in. Bicep curl is going to do T again. Bicep curl, high knee. Side lunge, bicep curl, high knee. Or you could just do the side lunge, bicep curl. If you are pregnant and you've got a big belly in front of you there, you might struggle to get the knee up. So just keep that balance, pull your inner thighs in, lift the pelvic floor with that bicep curl. Two more on this side. One more. Good, other side. Feet parallel. And if you are pregnant doing this, just take it easy, take it at your own pace. Listen to your body, listen to the baby. It's nice, it feels nice to move the body when we're pregnant. Some days we'll have lots of energy, other days not so much. So just listen to what your body needs that day. 3 more. Last one. Good. Onto the ground, straight to our side planks. Our last move here. So coming down, I'm gonna have my top leg straight. So lifting up, again, squeeze your glutes. Make sure your elbows are right below the shoulder. Lowering the hips, lifting up. Squeeze the glutes, hips forward. My top leg extended, I've got that whole foot flexed to give me that stability again. Breathe out as you lift up. If this feels too much, just see if you can just hold this place in the plank position, or you can lower the hips down to the ground and then lift back up. You can just play around with the range of movements to suit you today. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Good. Straighten to the other side. You're doing really well. We're almost done. Just get yourself in the right position. Squeeze your glutes. Arm can be up on your hip, behind your head, or again, press on that forearm for a bit of support for your shoulder. So you just play around again with what feels best for you. Again, any kind of side planks like this where there's no twisting, this is safe for all levels of pregnancy, stages of pregnancy, and postnatal as well. So even if you have diastasis recti, you still have the stability here to do a side plank. It's still safe as long as you know you can engage that core. 3 more, 2, 1, good. Right, let's just do a couple quick stretches while we're sitting on the ground here. Just sit with your legs crossed if that feels comfortable. Just reach one arm over the body, just hold for a few seconds, and then other side. And again, just so you can twist down a little bit, just really gentle, not a big movement, and other side. And we'll get our hamstrings stretched out a bit because they've worked hard. So one leg is extended, foot is flexed, other leg is bent. So we're just going to lean in towards that leg. We're hinging at the hips still. We're not rounding forward, okay? So coming down. You can lean out of it a little bit if you need. Come back down. Other leg. Foot flexed, hinge at the hips. Make sure you're taking some nice deep breaths as well. So we want to get our heart rate down a little bit here. So taking big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Unless, of course, you're going to do another round. So you could always stop it before the stretches and you could rewind and go back to the beginning, do it again. All right, let's come up to standing. All the way up. Let's reach our arms up overhead. Stretching up. Take a big breath out. And one more big breath in. And a big breath out. And you did it! Well done, everybody. If you need some more stretches after this or after any other workout, check out, I've got a stretching video that you can follow along. It's about a 10-minute stretching sequence, which was quite nice if you're feeling really tight and stressed. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I will see everybody very soon. Bye!